Yeah, all right, y'all. Back where we left off, man. Same person, same place, man. Pissy, Pianci, Lamumba, aka Blow Lambo from out the barrio, man. This Blow Talk TV. Where I last left off at, I was speaking on the T.I. and Lil Boosie situation and how I felt like Vlad instigated that situation for no reason. And I spoke on how T.I. did Alpha Omega when his snitch shit came up. You know what I'm saying? And how basically Boosie said he ain't rocking with him no more with this coming up. And I was speaking on the situation how I had a friend who snitched on another friend and I cut him off, but I didn't cut him off immediately. Cause like I say, even when T.I. did that at Alpha Omega, I didn't like that because I felt like that was your only rider. Why would you cut off your only rider when he didn't do nothing to you? You know what I'm saying? And once again, like I said, this coming from somebody who's been snitched on, you know what I'm saying, who's been lied on, who's lost everything he had and having to start all over in the process of getting back to where I once was. You know, 5 years ago, I was in a 6-bedroom house with 6 cars. Like I say, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, but all this went on in Jacksonville, Florida. And I had to, you know, come out here to St. Louis and start over. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, I had a friend who snitched on another friend. And the part I left off about when I asked him about it, we on the way to Atlanta. I asked him to help me go out of town. I need him to drive. I was working 2 jobs at the time and had a hustle. But at the time, I think I just only had the 2 jobs. And I'm on the road every other weekend promoting my music. So here it is. I just need somebody to drive for me. I'm fresh off to work 7 in the morning and I need somebody to drive for me while I catch them on sleep. So when I get to the city, I'm fully energized. But anyway, I was at the point where I asked him about it. And like I said, he was beating around the bush. And where I left off at, I said, and like I say, I was saying this was some fucked up shit to say. I admit. I said, cause this guy was, I considered my best friend. I don't never recall this person ever calling me his best friend. And I said, look, man, well, look, at least you out. You know, I was cool with them boys like I'm cool with you, but I'm way more cooler with you than them. So, hey, man, just get it right and get it together, bro. But I'm just glad you home, you know, and that was some kind of real fucked up shit to say, but it's true. Those was our little homies who he told on. Them the guys that was under us. In the neighborhood, we all rock with each other, but they got their blocks they'll be on. We got our blocks we'll be on. And if we out in the club, we may be in a group of 10, they may be at a group of 10. Now we running each other. Now we mobbing together for the sake of we being in the club and we holding down the hood. You know what I'm saying? We were claiming soldier land at the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's Fairfax, Mossy, Barrio to the day. You know what I'm saying? And so in the point of that trip, man, the man was acting weird. He was on the pill the whole time. I'm like, you straight? You straight? Make a long story short, man. And he blew up on me like 3-4 times throughout the trip, you know. And the last time, and like he blew up on me for no reason. I want to tell this story on a later day, the whole full story on a later day so y'all can understand. But anyway, it's a long story. At the point where he blew up on me, I raised up back. And we was just, man, I'm talking about, bro, if this would have went on probably 30 more minutes, I would have dropped them off and that situation would have never happened. But this happened 30 minutes outside of Jacksonville, 30 minutes outside of dropping him off to the crib. Everything would have been smooth, but we got into a big argument. I've been knowing this guy since the 6th grade. Never had an argument. You know what I'm saying? And the first time we had an argument was our last. And I'm telling you, if he wasn't somebody who I looked at that was so close to me at the time, man, I was a second away from, hey, man, you want to pull this mug over and hit? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Man, I damn near about to draw my foul, to tell you the truth. Not that he a threat, you know, he a little guy. You know, I ain't trying to be funny. I mean, I'm 6'9", you know what I'm saying? 200 plus, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I tried to keep our relationship going, you know what I'm saying? But when I look back, cause he already had a strike with the snitching. But I didn't just cut him off. It took to that argument. And before the argument, once he finally got out, I would come through and holler at him. But when I'm coming through, he ain't talking about nothing. So I stopped coming through. And eventually he hit me up like, yo, bro, why you don't come through no more? I like, oh, man, I just got stuff to do. But I ain't want to tell him, hey, man, I'm coming through to holler at you. You ain't talk about nothing. So in that conversation, that's when I was like, hey, man, I'm about to go to the, hey, man, you want to roll with me, bro? You ain't got to have no money. You ain't got to worry about eating. I got you, bro. The only thing you got to do is worry about is having money to buy you something when we out at the mall or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's all he had to do. I showed this man straight love while we was out of town. So he know he was acting like a weirdo the whole time. And my people very boisterous up there. And that's the only person I took a lot of people to Atlanta with me, man. That's the only person who I took to Atlanta. I'm talking every one of my peoples, we went around there, be like, man, what's up with your boy? Y'all gonna have to take him back to Duval. You know what I'm saying? Aunties and all, 50-year-olds saying aunties and all. You know what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that, you know how somebody know they do wrong. So what they do, they'll run to somebody else and try to run their story before they hear from you first. So it's like, okay, for one, you snitch. For two, you've been blowing up on me the whole time. And then you gonna try to smear my name to paint me the bad guy. Say, oh man, don't go to, at the time they knew me as GOAT by then. Oh man, don't go to the A-Town with GOAT. He get acting Hollywood up there. Oh, it would fuck him and feed him beans from that point. But the snitching damn show played a heavy role. I didn't just cut that man off. And like I said with Alpha Omega, like he said, man, the person he went up on the stand against, he didn't even know. He did that. He lied on that person to protect the friend. It was down to either who was finna get convicted of the crime, his friend or this guy he didn't know. He got out there testified, yeah, man, this person did this, you know what I'm saying? Which is fucked up, I admit. You know what I'm saying? But like Alpha Omega said, that's his loyalty to his friends always been his weakness at the same time his strength. You know what I'm saying? And so with a long story short, like I say, I've been lied on too, man. I went through a harassing lawsuit with my job, which I ended up losing my job. These people put the police on me and everything. Believe it or not, man, if you up against a big enough company with the money, they will have you harassed at work and in the streets. At work, you're going to be a victim to everybody in there. They're going to send constant attacks at you every day, and the union is going to be right there watching. Be careful, y'all, people who join these unions. In a real situation against that company, the union is going to be the ones who orchestrating that against you. You know what I'm saying? They going to be on the scene every time somebody, every day I was being cursed out in the building. Union steward is watching. I'm making report after report after report. They ain't seen nothing in front of, but they only there to see my reaction. It went on for so long. They seeing that I'm not finna get on the reaction that they expecting to get out of a caliber of person like me, judging the person I used to be when I first came. Oh man, when I first came in that building, oh man, wouldn't nobody play with me. Oh, I meet you at that gate. I meet you at that gate quick. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I'm older now, and I'm trying to get the money. I see what they doing. These people is not just anybody. All the people who my closest friends, they made them my main enemies in that building. I'm being cursed out on the regular. I just got to keep walking. Sometimes dudes will run up on me out of nowhere talking crazy. As I'm walking out the door, as soon as I get out the door, there's a police right at the door, like as if I would have engaged him, police would have been right there to move on. And like I say, the same activity was going on to me in these streets. Like I say, in the result of that, when they couldn't get the reaction, man, they just paid a few low lives to write statements against me. Oh man, when we went before the union, the little hearing thing, it's like you going to court. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they made me out to be a pervert and everything, man. I'm talking about if I made 1,000 reports of me being harassed through that building throughout the year, and one day they took 10 goddamn reports on me, and that 10 stuck over my 1,000. All set up and orchestrated by that union. I want to tell that story on a later day. You know, I just got to get these numbers up because I don't want to waste a good story that's important and you're not really getting the views. Like I say, I've been snitched on. The same situation. It was me, that same guy who was once my best friend. Me, him, a dude named Reynard, he doing murder. And like I said, to bring y'all up to speed, of course, the guy that was my friend, he beat 3 murder cases, but he snitched on another one of our partners for a murder he did to get the heat off him for his 3 murders. In all actuality, he was really an accessory to our other partner's murder because he the one told him, hey man, I was walking around the corner, I heard them boys talking shit, and he took a roundup, but Padre went playing. So he gave up information on that to get a good strike on the bike to get the heat off him for the 3 he did. But anyway, it was me, him, this other dude. He's doing murder right now. And another guy, it was one of his friends. And what's so ironic, the guy that was the other guy who up the road now doing murder, I knew him from the south side, but when they put up to my house as we going to the club, he like, man, I know you from somewhere down. I know you from the county. I said, man, I ain't never been to the county. Guess what? That night, I went to the county. I'm unaware we riding in a stolen car. Luckily, I didn't take my AK-47 with me. You know what I'm saying? I like, y'all think I should take the AK? They're like, yeah. I like, nah, I just gonna leave it. But anyway, man, he know he going to jail. He the driver. All of us can catch a joyride, but he know out of anybody, I wasn't going to jail. He know I'm the only one who had a clean record. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one who had something going on. But he know all of us, and damn sure me, got coke in my shoe. So guess what he doing as me and him sitting in the back